In the cultural vocabulary of India, there is a specific benchmark for things of unimaginable age. When someone describes a tradition or an artifact as coming from Jambavan's times, they are reaching for the furthest horizon of memory. This figure traces his origin to the dawn of creation, appearing during a yawn of the creator god Brahma. Across a single lifetime, he stood as a witness to 8 of the 10 major avatars of Lord Vishnu. Despite that span of millions of years, physical monuments dedicated to him are difficult to find. This cave temple in Maharashtra is a rare exception, a dark, silent space carved into the stone to honor his presence. His memory persists more clearly in local geography. In villages like Jamthun and Jamket, the community maintains a direct, living connection to his story that has outlasted many of the world's great empires. We see hundreds of millions of people offer daily worship to Rama and Hanuman. Yet the being who stood beside them and provided the strategic framework for their victories remains largely hidden from view. This absence of visible monuments reflects the nature of his life. Jambavan left behind something more durable than stone, a sequence of insights on how a soul can navigate the changing tides of history. Early in his existence, Jambavan possessed nearly limitless physical strength. During the Vamana avatar, his devotion led to a physical sacrifice. He sustained a permanent injury while circling the descending foot of the divine form. That injury forced an internal shift. As his physical force diminished, he replaced it with the perspective gained from watching the unfolding of time itself. He demonstrated that wisdom is a deeper, more resilient form of power. This perspective became the backbone of the Ramayana. He didn't fight the final duels. Instead, he used his experience to identify exactly which individual possessed the specific traits needed for each critical challenge. He functioned as the architect of the Lanka War. He managed the army's formation, directed the healing herb mission, and saved Lakshmana's life. Most importantly, he was the one who spoke to a doubting Hanuman, reminding him of his own forgotten divinity. He built the stage for others to stand on. By orchestrating the mission and then stepping back before the celebrations began, he modeled a type of service that is entirely uninterested in receiving credit. These stories of quiet, essential leadership are still shared today. In gatherings across the country, oral traditions keep his specific contributions alive for new generations. His life shows that without an invisible hand managing the logistics and the morale, the most celebrated heroes never reach their potential. After the war, the narrative moves into a new age. Jambavan retreated to a mountain cave, entering a period of isolation that lasted across hundreds of thousands of years as he waited for a promise to be fulfilled. He maintained his focus through a staggeringly long duration. This required a level of peace that comes from trusting a source completely, regardless of how long the calendar takes to catch up. That silence was broken when Lord Krishna entered the cave. The resulting combat lasted nearly 4 weeks, a brutal test of strength between the ancient king and the new avatar of the age. The battle ended the moment Jambavan recognized the presence behind the new face. He realized he was fighting the same lord he had served in a different era, millions of years prior. This recognition happened in the heart before the mind could rationalize it. His accumulated devotion allowed him to sense the divine quality of the person, even when the form and the name had completely changed. He proved that sincere devotion isn't anchored to a specific physical description. It is a sensitivity to an eternal presence that remains consistent regardless of the era. Jambavan's role was never static. This timeline maps his transitions across ages, from warrior and minister to hermit and father. His life show's purpose is a continuously renewing engagement. Each chapter, even waiting in caves, serves the soul's larger arc. Traditions differ on his current state. Some believe he watches over humanity from a higher realm as an eternal witness. Others hold that he chose a conscious departure from the physical world once his final promises were fulfilled. The exact cosmological answer matters less than the principles he left behind. His presence survives through the application of his insights in our own lives today. In an age that prioritizes being seen and credited, the ancient witness offers a different path. He shows the power of serving invisibly, waiting with patience, and maintaining a devotion that recognizes the truth in any form.